Hello everyone and welcome to our community Right Education. I am Shilpy Gautam and I'll be your mentor for this exclusively free course on Ansible. Right, so in yesterday's session we have seen what inventory file is, what is configuration file of Ansible, and also I have told you how to set up your local lab for Ansible practice, whatever we'll practice in class, you have to practice those in your local lab, right? So for today we'll discuss privilege escalation and Ansible modules, and also we'll see some ad hoc commands. But before going to today's content, first of all we'll summarize what we have seen in yesterday's class. So we started from inventory. So Ansible inventory is like a database. It is like a database for our managed host. Okay, database for our managed host. So whatever managed host we have, we will mention those in inventory file. So for by default the location of inventory file is etc ansible host file, right? But this is by default and we won't use this file. We will create our own inventory and it can be anywhere, but we have to mention that inventory in configuration file, or we can mention this inventory while running any commands with the help of -i option or with the help of -- inventory option. Okay, so we can mention our inventory in this way, and inventory can be written in two way. One can be of one in INI format, or we can write it in YML format also, but normally we write in INI format only because it is very easy. In INI format we just mention all of our content, or we can say we mention our managed host one in one column. Okay, and it can be grouped with the help of section wise, like a web server group. For web server we can mention server 1, server 2, and for database server again we can mention server 3, server 4. So this is the format of INI file. Okay, so we will make our inventory in INI format. Again in INI format the group is managed host is managed in group wise. Okay, hosts are managed in group wise, and we can make nested groups also. So what these are we have already discussed in last class, and we can also take the help of ranges for arranging our hosts. Okay, so let me start our system first, there we'll show how to do that and how we have already done that. We'll only start one managed node today, and if needed then we'll start some more. Okay, so before that I have discussed about etc hosts file. Okay, so let me again discuss what is etc host file. So etc hosts file, etc host, this is the file of Linux. This has no relation with Ansible. This is the complete Linux file, and this is a file, it is sort of local DNS. Okay, so in this file we can maintain local DNS. So let's say we have IP 172.30.9.1. so it is a little difficult to remember these type of IPs because numbers are difficult to remember. But if we'll give some name to this IP, let's say server A. Okay, so if we'll give this name, so it is easy to remember this name. So in this file we mention that if IP is this, then we can either call it with this name or with DNS name also. So it can be like server a.example.com or whatever name we want to give. So we can give these names to this IP. So in similar way we can write other IPs also, and for other IPs also